again, I say that because I have a video that I just did of the wine, and of course I'm making oxtails, and I'm sorry that this is like the third time I've made these on here. I'm not trying to tell you the recipe as I didn't after I told you once. It's just that I wanted to chit chat about some things while I had some time, because it's crazy with my jobs being back, even though they've been talking, sorry, I'm throwing something away, even though they've been talking about closing up again. Maybe there'll be more time, but let's hope it's not like last time when they closed up. But I had seen about Chris Watt's parents wanting to have the insurance money. Like they feel like they should have been paid out. I did see where they didn't get paid out, but they had the audacity to ask that and think that that was going to happen. And I've recently, like I said at other times, this case sometimes gets me really down. And I've noticed that with a lot of other people's channels as well. I haven't really had anything creepy happen. I've always kind of had little creepy things that kind of happen in this house anyway, but it's never been anything evil or violent, I do not believe. But I just get depressed about it because, I'm sorry, I'm throwing away onions because I'm about to chop them. I just feel like that there's so many things that I can relate to with this case. Because if you've watched some of my videos, you will know why. But also with these people wanting money. And they couldn't stand Shanann because she tried to be positive. She tried to love her life, love her job, love her kids, her family. I mean, I just don't get what everyone says that she did that was so wrong. Because it's like, oh, I need to get this. Let me just cut these and then I'm going to get my butter going. It's just like, I don't think people realize that she was not always on camera. But once she started our video or doing Facebook Lives, they were for her family and her job. They were not for everybody. They became public because she kept Facebook public because of her job. And Chris at one time was selling Thrive and on there as well. And we know for sure that the Mistress's lie, and also she erased her social media. So, I mean, it's pretty much like this. People are being really stupid about acting like Shanann video recorded everything. I can tell you that at one time, even though I didn't have a cell phone for a while, really, I did a little bit at first in 2006 to 2007. Then I didn't have one for a while. It was just like a piece of junk. There was a lot of things going on in my life, and I was a single mother at the time. And then, so I've posted, I've looked back, you know how you get memories on your Facebook. And it seems to me Facebook used to be better at first because I don't know what happened with that. Well, it got too political now, but I used to post a lot of things about my girls. Not really so much pictures because it wasn't, I didn't have a good camera and it just really wasn't in style all the way then. And to talk like that, I mean, YouTube is a social media platform. I mean, I don't understand why people think that, if you've never seen my other video, I'm making oxtails, and if I'm repeating this and you have, and you're my subscribers, which I love you, I'm melting some butter, and you always want to melt the butter and get it smelling kind of like a popcorn smell, slightly. I'm going to, and yes, I do cook with canola oil sometimes, and vegetable oil, and olive oil. But for this particular dish, I use butter, salted, regular, pure butter. And I'm going to get it smelling like popcorn, and I'm cutting up some onions and garlic because I get those cooking, and then I take those out, and then I'm going to be searing my oxtails. So that way you know what I'm doing whenever you're watching me. And if you want to know exact details, it's really easy. It's a really easy recipe. You can look at my other videos. So back to what I was talking about. I do get sometimes off on tangents because To be honest with you, I never started this channel to get any money. I know everyone says that, and obviously I've had it for a few years, and I don't get on here enough. I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't study it. I could know it. I do have a bachelor's degree, so no, that doesn't make you better, but I could do it if I needed to, but I had so many personal things go on right before COVID that, like, literally, and it was basically my skin cancer, which I still need to get 4 more biopsies, but that looks, if you've watched my other videos, that looks like good news. My insurance is coming back. And just how my parents were acting, my mom's affair while she's still married, yeah, it's still around the family. That's just a whole nother thing. It's very weird. How my older daughter is acting, even though she is working now and going to get her GED, which I did not want her to do. She's always been an honor roll good student. My younger daughter just got honor roll and she's in 8th grade. You know, just the stress of COVID for everyone. But before COVID all happened, I was going through similar things with my family. Kind of like Shanann in a way. With their father. I also got married. And then literally my parents started right after that. So you just have to watch the videos, and I haven't really talked about it a lot because I'm trying to stay positive and forgive and forget. But the thing about it, and I don't want to get on a tangent, is I have always thought since this case basically started and I saw the Mistress, and no, I'm not trying to take away from Chris and what he did, because I do believe, like, he was involved. Sometimes I really think that he may not have killed the girls, though, because of the way that he did not know how they were killed, and he told so many different stories. I don't think he's told the actual stories. Okay, this is starting to melt. Actual true story. I think we've gotten bits and pieces. And I don't believe that anything he's really said, but some of it. And I find it weird that the Mistress looked up wedding dresses, looked up Amber Fry book deal, told him to pawn Shanann's ring, which we all know. And now his parents seem to think that it's okay what he did. I saw videos, I think that's where I was talking one time and forgot. But I saw videos of where his family has been visiting him, and they act like they're talking to him and someone else killed them. And now his Mistress changed her name. Chris wants to appeal. Even though I do believe he had an accomplice or accomplices. I mean, I know some people think Jim was involved. Because they had a threesome or whatnot. Maybe he was. I just really seriously think it was mainly just Chris and the Mistress. This is my opinion. All these things that I say on my channel are my opinion. And it's just like, she doesn't really have time that's accounted for. She has time where she was there, even though that's kind of her way, but not really, to go to work. I believe that they were going to try to get insurance. Now that we know about the insurance, how do we not know that that's what they were actually planning on doing? That's why he was taking them there. And a lot of people think he just snapped, which I don't think he just snapped. It was planned, obviously. Look into the case and you'll see that it was planned. And it's just like, well, okay. So, what exactly was going to happen? Of course, it all got foiled. The plan got foiled because Nicole. Sorry, I'm saying so much. I'm like trying to do this and talk because I have a lot of thoughts on this still, and it just bothers me because I feel like justice has not been served. I hope those 4 souls are not still stuck there because they actually did get killed in their sleep, and it was so traumatic and unjust, just and untimely that they literally are still stuck there. And that's no disrespect to the family. It's just, it's a traumatic experience, and maybe justice hasn't been served because someone else was involved, and I pray and pray and pray that justice will be involved, and if someone else was involved, or more than someone else, it comes to light. Because like some people said, all darkness comes to light, which it does. Oh, that smells wonderful, these onions, and I have a message. What was that? Well, somebody wrote me, but I didn't catch it. But anyways, and I just don't understand, because how they don't know, like, isn't there a way to bring up all these messages unless they were on a burner phone? Isn't there a way to, like, bring up these past social medias on Facebook? Or does it just go away when you get rid of it? Because I didn't think it did. And, you know, Shanann's Facebook has been blasted everywhere for people to even talk crap. Why can't we see theirs? And then I read today, which I've kind of thought and wondered as well, and I hope and pray, that they're not done with this case and they are actually holding back on a lot of things because they're still investigating it. Even though a lot of people don't think that they are, and they said they weren't, but maybe that was to throw people off, and maybe it's just top secret. I don't know. I really hope they are. Because bless their hearts, I've saw some paranormal videos, and I don't know some people's intentions on these videos, but it literally, one video, the lady's riding by and the windmills start blowing. It's creepy. It's just creepy. It's like justice needs to be served, and they need to go to the light, you know, and just all this is too much. It's just feels like there's more to the story than it's being told. How would Chris have time to do all that and dig that grave? And it seems like he is lying about them being killed at the oil site, because that would be too, he don't know when someone's going to pull up. He don't know if, you know, no car seats, they're going to start crying. Almost an hour drive. None of that makes sense. None of that does. And I think that's just not to implicate an accomplice or accomplices. That's what I personally think that's about. So what are your thoughts? I know some of you have already told me, and I know some of this is, well, a lot of this is already re-talking, but the appeal, her changing her name, and them, his parents thinking they were owed some insurance money is crazy. And then to find out that he just had gotten that insurance policy not too long before this. Was that why he was going to, like, is that why he strangled and smothered them or whatever? Because he was going to actually make it look like she took off or something happened at the oil site? Like someone said as well, we'll never know because there was never a trial. Will this all be rehashed if he doesn't an appeal? And is that why the mistress has lawyered up, supposedly, allegedly, and changed her name? I mean, it's kind of all a little, let this cook a little bit long. It's kind of all a little weird. It's like, what do you think? I mean, I also put salt and pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Hopefully we had that. Yes, we do. And this as well. With a cup of wine, sometimes a little more, and maybe a little beef stock or just the wine. So, and I take those out in a minute. And then, I'm trying to think of everything because there's so many things. Oh, and the bizarre part is, yes, I knew about her looking Shanann up a year prior, and no, that wasn't a typo, so don't write that on there. Just inform yourself. There's plenty of things to inform yourself. But, put these here. But also, what I've had seen recently, like I told you, I kind of got away from this a little bit. I had that second grade class for 3 months for a teacher on maternity leave. I was working back at like 2 or 3 jobs. I was busy with my daughter and tutoring that I was actually doing for other students and her as well, and doing her 7 classes, that I did not realize, I think it was back in 2016 or something, that I believe they said Nicole and Jim were at some children's hospital event. I was like, whoa, what? Like, something bizarre and new comes out all the time with this case. And there's a lot of theories, and a lot of people do not believe that the mistress is innocent. And if she was, you think she would come forward. And it is so weird, and I've always thought this. I think I even commented about it before. Why is there no one coming forth about this mistress? Why is everyone getting to talk smack and know everything about everyone else, but not this mistress? Kind of weird. So tell me your thoughts. I'm going to continue cooking. I will get back to all this. I think that this is far from done. Definitely going to hear more from it. Just let me know what you think.